Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tiffany and this is Tiffin Stitches, and this is our WIP parade for the end of 2020. So what we're bringing into 2021, if I can get it to not fall everywhere. I have a lot around me and I'm sorry about the mess. The kiddos are here and so I set them up with some cartoons. They're happy. I tried to film this 3 times out there with the better lighting and it just wasn't gonna happen. Jackson is an attention stealer, and anytime I turn on the camera, he just screams for no reason, for fun. So, not like sad screaming, just like high-pitched screaming, kind of like he's doing right now. So, anyways, I do have a lot of projects to go through. Some of them, if you just watched my Flosstube number 19 that went up yesterday, then you've seen some of these recently, but only a small percentage of the total number of WIPs I have. I do think I have 24 projects here, 24 or 25, but I am abandoning some of them, so we will go through that as we get to those. And I think I will walk away with 22 WIPs, I think. So we're gonna go through them all, and I will try to be good about listing the fabric that I used and the threads that I used, whether it was the called for or a conversion or whatever. And yeah, let's get into it because we have a lot to go through. So I'm just gonna go through the list as it is seen here, and yeah, we'll try not to make a total mess. So the first is in a bag that I made with some fun little festive fall characters on it, and that is my Bristol sampler by Wall de Champs or Chomps, Wall de Champs. This is from the Gift of Stitching magazine, the final issue, and this is a stitch along that I am slowly but surely participating in with Shiloh from XStitchMD, and Almond M&M's has joined in on this, and both of them have lapped me many times over, but that's okay because you know, you don't have to win the race, you just have to complete it eventually, right? So this is being stitched on 40 count platinum linen, 1/2 with color and cotton ash plum, which is a very dusty purple. I love it. It looks really, really pretty. The variegation is really pretty on that. So that is the first project, the first WIP I am carrying into the new year. I don't think I said this, but it is January 1st, 2021. So we made it, guys. Okay, the next WIP is Pumpkin Wagon. This is from an Etsy seller called The Part-Time Stitcher Co., and I am most likely just stitching the wagon by itself. This is like one of the 2 pieces that I have that are semi-full coverage because all of this is stitched and it's very confetti. So it's maybe like my introduction to full coverage, sort of. And these are all the threads for that, all of the called for DMC. I need to bobbinate them. I have the bobbins in the bag ready to go. I just haven't done it yet. And this is where we are at on this piece. This is, there we go. This is 30 count mystery fabric that I coffee tea dyed. And I think it's gonna look real nice when it's all said and done. So that's that WIP. Next is our Quaker Pumpkins piece from Hello from Liz Matthews. These are all falling over. I need to make a better stack. There's too many. So the pattern, when it is completed, is going to look like this. I love it. I'm thinking of doing different words down here, maybe like give thanks, or I'm not sure. Maybe I'll leave it like this. I just want to have it out longer. And if I put All Hallows Eve, I feel like I only can leave it out for Halloween. I am stitching this with all of the called for over-dyed threads on the called for fabric, which is 36 count Boardwalk by Color and Cotton. And I have completed, oops, it's kind of got a crease in it, but I have completed the center motif, the center pumpkin. So I'm sorry if the lighting's not great, and none of these pieces are ironed. They're all straight out of the bag, so there's too many of them for me to have ironed them. So yeah, just hopefully you can deal with it. All right, And I'm trying to put everything back in its space so that I don't misplace anything. All right, next is Spooky Ghost by the Whistle Stop Stitcher. I have this housed in a Me Made project bag. This is my Boo bag. And this is what the pattern is going to look like. I do have the whole trio of these. It's going to have a little ghost. And I am stitching this on 36 count tin roof. And this is where I'm at. I have the ghost little body started. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I have the main lights on, but there you go. So that is where we're at on that. And that is being stitched with all of the called for DMC. And that's Tin Roof by Weeks Dye Works. I don't know if I said the dyer. Okay, next is Eliza Bellcox. This is one that I might be just abandoning. I haven't made a final decision because I do love the end product of it. I just don't, I have to rip out what I've done because I want to change it to 1/2 instead of 2/2 because it is on 40 count and the stitches are just too crowded. So I need to rip out what I've done, but I haven't done much. But this is in a Made by Mama Joan bag that I bought when I started the Sal years and years ago, which obviously I did not keep up with. But this is the pattern from Hands Across the Sea. It is very pretty, but I just don't know if I'll ever actually do it. But it is beautiful. So I have so much fabric for it that I could just reuse for other projects. So if I'm not going to do it, then I'm not going to do it. But this is 40 count. I'm not 100% sure. No, it's Ligonier Latte by R&R with a Victorian motto conversion that that Nancy did when we did the Sal. So that is all I've got on it. It's like the bird's foot. It's the center. And like I said, I am going to be taking out that progress and redoing it if I do stitch this. So, and I can reuse the Victorian motto threads for so many projects. So I don't know. I might just be abandoning that and then I'll give away the chart. Next is Spring Birds by Country Cottage. This is another one I'm thinking I may not do. Just because I've had it for so long and I don't even have, like, all I have is my working copy. I need to find the pattern. It's lost. But just to show you, I did kit this up with all of the called for overdyed on PTP. So Picture This Plus something. And I want to say it goes this way. And this, can you even see that? This is as far as I got on that. So I might be abandoning that and repurposing this fabric. Okay, next on the list is Do Everything. This is my other semi-full coverage piece. I am omitting the background on it, so that's why I say semi-full coverage. I don't have the cover sheet of the pattern here, so I'll insert a picture of this one here. What it will look like. And this is on a Fabric of the Month from Victorian Motto that I don't have the tag for anymore, but I know that it's a Victorian motto. I was part of their natural club for a while. And it is, I think, 36 count. And this is what we are bringing into 2021. I really do want to get back to this project. I really enjoy stitching on it. It is a lot of confetti, but I love seeing it come to life. So that is where we are at on that one. And that is in another Me Made project bag that has some fun, festive animals with flower crowns, because why not? And that was one of the first ones that I made. Okay, next is Strawberry Fields by Blackbird Designs, and we are so close to finishing this one that I have to find it, but we're so close to finishing it, and I'm kind of mad at myself that I haven't finished it already. Where is it? Here it is. I have this just in like a container store little tote. I'll insert a picture here because I don't have the pattern on me. I have my working copy only. This is an older WIP, but this is being stitched on 40 count. I want to say, I don't think it's sand. It's definitely Picture This Plus 40 count. I'm just not sure of the color. Did I write it down? Ren. It's on Ren. I must have had the tag in the bag. So this is where I'm at. I am doing this 2/2 on 40 count. The stitches aren't too bad though on this one. They're a little bit plump, but not anything like Eliza Bellcock's. So that one must have been like a tighter weave 40 count. So I'm really sorry if the lighting is bad. I'm trying to get the lighting good. And I am stitching this with a Victorian motto conversion. So those are all of the colors that I'm using. And that one should be finished hopefully in 2021. I don't have much left to go on that. So I'm sure Kelly Ann, who I started that with, will be happy to see me finish it. The next is one I also would love to get back to, but I'm debating ripping out the stitches because they're too plump. Because I don't know what I was thinking back in the day. This was like 3 years ago when I was doing 2/2 on 40 count on all these projects. But this one is called Stitcher's Quilt by Chiore e Badichiori. And this is it. This is on Picture This Plus sand, 40 count. I will insert a picture here of what this one's gonna look like. And just have a little start in the corner here. Let me get the lighting good. There we go. So like a flower and some border is all I have done, but the stitches are very dense. They're not, I mean, it is coverage, but they're pretty dense. So I don't know. I might keep it. It doesn't look bad on this one. Maybe the Picture This Plus fabric can handle it a little bit better. But this is being worked with the called for DMC, and I'm excited to get back to that one. I really like that pattern. The next one is called Garden Party by Country Cottage. And this one, I have the chart in here. Will look like this, but I am doing it long, so 4 in a row. So it's going to be like a long piece. And I started with the ladybug, I'm pretty sure. And this is on 28 count mushroom Lugana. And I have a thread stuck. The thread that's in the project is stuck in my floss ring. Okay, got it loose. This I'm stitching with the called for overdyed flosses. Here we go. So it's like a long piece. And this is, hold on lighting. This is where we're at. We've got the border almost completed on the ladybug and a couple of the flowers done. I don't know if you can even see the flowers because they're like white and yellow. So that is where we are at on that one. If I can say that plenty of times. I feel like I just keep saying that. Oh, chart needs to go in there. Okay, the next one is the Farmhouse Christmas series by Little House Needleworks. I do have all of these patterns, but I will just show you. I mean, you guys know this is the series. So that is actually the only one I've completed out of the series. I did start the barn, but I will show you I'm abandoning it because I messed up the variegation on the thread with the way I stitched it, and I don't like it because the barn does not look variegated enough for me. And I switched the fabric. So this is my start on the barn, or yeah. And I've just abandoned that. I'm going to redo it. So that is something that I have done in the past. But here is my new fabric. So this is 28 count raw natural cashel linen. And there is my one finish. I love it. It's so pretty. And I am going to stitch all of them and make them into ornaments, I think. That's the plan. And so I have the fabric for the rest of the patterns, but I have not started them. So I do want to get some of those done this year, so that will be on the radar. Next is my Prairie Life sampler. That is in a Me Made project bag with a bear on it because it has a big bear or a little bear on the pattern that I love. It's my favorite part of the pattern. I will insert a picture here. This is my heartstring samplery of what this is going to look like. These are all old WIPs, and I don't. The patterns are in a stack somewhere, so I don't have them in the bags. I actually just put them in bags, and I didn't put the patterns in there with them. But this is on a 40 count mystery. I don't know what fabric this is. I don't have the tag for it, so I don't want to lie to you. This is with a Victorian motto conversion. I started this with Julie Gulf Coast Stitcher about 3 years ago, and this is as far as I got. So we got the trees and we got the little bear and some flowers and leaves in a barn or a cabin. And I am doing this 1/2 on 40 count. Yeah, 1/2. The stitches look nice, except for the 1/1 on the bear's face. Looks a little bit funky, but that's okay. I really like this project, and I do want to get back to that. I have not stitched on that in probably 3 years. So that's that one. My stack is going to fall over. The next is my piece for my son that I really do need to just finish up because it would probably take me like 5 minutes to do. And I do want to get that finished for him. Let me find it. Where did it go? I know I brought it in here. There it is. And this is called Batman Enemies. I did purchase this from an Etsy shop. I think I have what it's going to look like, maybe. Yeah. It's not in color, but it's all of Batman's enemies. And I am stitching this with the called for DMC on Picture This Plus Dawn. It's a 32 count linen. And I have the Harley Quinn, the Joker, and Bane done. And then I started the feet of another guy. And I have not worked on this project in 3 years either, but I do need to get back to that before my son decides he doesn't like Batman anymore. So far, he still likes him, so I can still give it to him, but there's that one. Okay, so the next WIP is the Flip It's, The Months of the Year by Lizzie Kate. So this is a series that everybody's seen, but I have a few of them done, so rather than showing you a picture of the pattern, I'll show you my finishes so you kind of get the gist. But this is January, then February, and then March. And in March, I have some sort of a fatal error in this house that I need to figure out before I move on. And so 3 years ago, I put that down because I knew I had an error and I wasn't sure how to fix it. So now I just need to get some fresh eyes on it and figure out what I need to rip out. Maybe the whole house, I don't know. Or if I can fudge it at all, and go from there. So this is on a mystery fabric. I'm not sure what count it is. It's a pretty loose count, maybe like a 32, maybe a 28, but I'm not sure. The tag has been ripped off since I worked on it 3 years ago. So that is that project. Next is the pumpkin truck series, the pumpkin design series by Shannon Christine Designs. This is in a Me Made project bag. I will be finishing this project. I love this project. I finished one part of it, but I am doing all 3 parts together. So let me show you the patterns, and I'm doing them in a row. So the one I already did is Pumpkin Truck. Where's the title page here? There we go. So this is the one that I already did, Pumpkin Truck. That one is completed. I'll show you that in a second. But then I plan on putting the pumpkin house next to that. and the pumpkin patch next to that. So this is being stitched on 32 count natural Belfast. And so far I have, let me get the glare off of there. This is where we're at. This is what's finished. And I have a whole piece of fabric to do them in a row. So that is something I will definitely be getting back to in 2021. I love that piece. I loved finishing it. I love Shannon Christine Designs. Her colors and everything are just so awesome. She does a great job. So there's that. Next is my Farmhouse Ornament freebies by Pinker and Pumpkin. You guys have seen these recently. These are in a me-made chicken bag. I have stitched one and finished it. I've stitched one and FFO'd it. I've stitched two more. I just finished this one last night. That was my last finish of the year. And then I finished my little chicken on a sled. So I will show you guys really quickly the other ones in the series. I think I have them all printed. I might be missing one. But, so the ones I have finished are Christmas Barn. These are all freebies, and I will have them linked below so that you guys can go do them. But it is a whole series of farmhouse Christmas ornaments. So haven't done any of those. There's like 15, I think she released. That one's my favorite. Okay, so the one I did first, which is already FFO'd and hanging on the tree, is Special Delivery with little sheep in the wagon in the tree. And then this is Chicken Sled that I finished as well. And I am alternating the borders rather than doing a green border on all of them. I did a green border on the first one. I did a red border on the chicken, and then I did a green border on the barn. So I'm just alternating them. So these are the rest of what I have printed. This one is called Farm Truck with a little dog in the back and a tree. This one is called The Stockings Were Hung, and it's got a little barn cat sitting on a fence with a mouse, and there are 3 stockings. Super cute. The next one is called Skiing on the Farm, and it is a goose or a duck on skis with a scarf on holding a candy cane. How cute. The next one is called Hanging the Star, and it is a stack of a sheep, a pig, and a chicken putting the star on the tree, and it has the number 25. So cute. And the next one is called Santa's Visit. So there is Santa with a little pig in front of him and a chicken. The next is called the Christmas Bucket, and it is a bucket of chickens that says joy. You can't really read the back stitch on that, but it has a tree hanging out of it and some presents. And then there is Santa on the Farm. So that's Santa with his little pet chicken. I think I want to do these ones next. I really like the Santa and the Mrs. Claus. And then this one is called Mrs. Claus on the Farm, and she's got her cat and her dog. And then this one's my favorite one of all, Santa's Ride, and Santa is riding a cow. And then the last one I have is the Christmas Tractor, and that is a tractor with a wreath on it with a chicken riding it. So all in all, I want to say she either released 12 or 15. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I might be missing 2 that I haven't printed yet. But either way, you get the gist. It's a really cute series that's free. She did a great job. So swing on over, check those out. And that's a WIP. It's a series of WIPs that I'm carrying into the new year, even though I don't have a new pattern started. I'm still counting series that are not completed as WIPs, obviously. Next is my Christmas ornament subscription from Shannon Christine Designs. I do have 15 total charts for this, but I have 3 WIPs started that Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, Cookies for Santa, and 'Tis the Season. Those are the 3 I've started so far. And this is on 32 count natural Belfast with the called for DMC. I subbed out the Krynic for a DMC metallic. So And that is in a fall bag because I didn't have a Christmas one made. And that is my sweater weather mini, my sweater weather small bag. Next is my creation piece that I am doing for my mother-in-law. This is by Deborah's Tempting Tangles. And when it is finished, it will look like this. And I just showed this in my video yesterday, but it is on 36 count raw natural linen. And this is my progress going into 2021 on that. I will make some more progress on that one in January. I'm excited to get back to it. Okay, next is Things Unseen by Lizzie Kate. That is in a Me Made project bag. Oh, this one is too. This one is in a project bag I made called Holly Jolly. I sold out of those. They were a hit during my project bag sale. So this is one I made for myself, which is just a tribal fabric with some polka dots. And Things Unseen will look like this when it is done. And I do not have very much progress on this. I barely have a start, but I will be pulling this out in January. But that's where we are. All right, we're getting there, guys. We're almost done. And then I have my little Halloween Quaker freebie, which will be finished in January. This is a freebie that will look like this. I know I keep doing this. If I was editing on my computer, I could insert a picture, but I probably will end up editing this on my phone, so I'm just gonna insert the picture, but it just helps me to see where I need to enter them. This is in a Me Made project bag. I made a lot of bags this year. That was a big accomplishment. So this is where we are at on this one, and we will be finished with that in January. That is the goal. I think it'll be pretty easy. We don't have much left. So that is being stitched with some random DMCs that Kellyanne and I kitted up on 32 count natural Belfast that I just get at Hobby Lobby. Next is my Rosequaker. I love this piece. I started this end of November, beginning of December. This is in a Me Made project bag. It's my graveyard floral bag. I sold out of those as well. This is what it's gonna look like when it is finished. And this will definitely get some love in 2021. This is where we're at. And this is on 36 count Marbled Little Bunny by XJU Designs with all of the called for DMC. And then we have Mean Mother by Lizzie Kate. I just showed this because I do plan on working on this in January. Mean Mother. That's what it's gonna look like. It says, how to be a mean mother. Never allow treats instead of a real meal. Know where her kids are, who they're with. Make kids work, laundry, dishes, more chores. Insist on the truth. Produce sensible teens. What the world needs are more mean mothers and fathers too. And that's by Lizzie Kate. I think I said that. I am stitching this on 28 count lamb's wool, which is a fabric that I hate. It's stiff as a board. And I have not worked on this in 3 years. So that is where we are starting, and I will be putting some stitches in this one in January. All right, the last few, I think there's 2 more, and I don't think I will be working on these anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This, like I already abandoned it, I'm pretty sure. It's Here Lies My Needle by Shakespeare's Peddler. The magnet is holding it in half. One sec. So this is Here Lies My Needles. This is all I got done on it, and I'm just not interested in stitching it anymore. It's on some old Weeks Dye Works linen, and I don't know. I just don't really, I'm just not interested in it. So I have all the called for threads, but I will probably be retiring that or reusing the fabric or something or other. And then the last one that I will most likely not be coming back to, because I had the whole series and I cannot find my printouts of them anymore, and they're not on her website anymore, so if I'm only going to do one of them, what's the point? And that is The Spring House by Brooks Books. I had the autumn house and the summer house and the winter house, but I can't find my papers anymore. And I'm off on the stitching on this, and I didn't even have that much progress. So this is on Ice Blue Belfast 32 count. And I had like part of the garden, the grass, part of the house, and like the door, but the door is off by half a stitch. So I need to rip the entire door out, and I haven't touched this in 3 years. So most likely will not be getting back to that either. And that is everything. That is all of the WIPs I have. And like I said, I'm abandoning 1, 2, probably 4. And that would make me have 20 WIPs, which I'm okay with. 20 isn't too bad. I would like it to be a little less, but like I said, we're going to finish Halloween Quaker in January, so that'll bring us down to 19. But I do have a new start, a new start in January. So we'll stay around 20 probably. And we'll go from there. So I think I could finish on here. The ones I think I could finish in 2021 are the Spooky Ghost by Whistle Stop Stitcher. I could definitely finish. Strawberry Fields by Blackbird Designs. I'm really close to finishing that. The Batman Enemies for my son. I could definitely finish that if I set my mind to it. The Pumpkin series by Shannon Christine. I could finish that. The Farmhouse Ornament freebies, I plan on doing 1 a month and getting those finished at least 1 a month. So those are going to be finished. The Christmas Ornaments by Shannon Christine, I could get those finished. And I'll finish the Halloween Quaker, and that's probably it. That's probably all I would finish out of the ones I have that I'm carrying over. So the rest are long-term WIPs. You never know. I might just, work really hard on them and get them done next year. But I'm bringing 3 new starts in January. I'm starting my son Carter's stocking, my son Jackson's stocking, and the first day of Christmas from Hello from Liz Matthews. So I have new starts that are going to add to my WIP list rather than take away. So I don't know, but that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you loved seeing all of the things I need to work on, and I am excited for the new year, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.